This is not about longevity, Michael.
As far as career longevity, I don't really know because, you can't really tell.
Perhaps if you did have children, then you would behave in a manner that is more conducive to the longevity of this habitat.
Hey, welcome to TalkWord. This is the show where we really get into English words by looking at the amazing, real-world stories behind them. And today, you guessed it, we're kicking things off on the tennis court. So let's start right here. Listen to this. It's just raw emotion from a true legend, Novak Djokovic. This is moments after what might be one of the toughest matches of his entire career. And those aren't just the words of a guy who won, they're the words of someone who survived. But survived what exactly? Well, he was surviving an absolute battle against the incredible Jannik Sinner. I mean, this is the kind of story sports fans live for, right? You've got the legend, 38 years old, going up against the younger guy, the two-time defending champ. It's a total clash of generations. Okay, so picture this. The stage is set. It's the 2026 Australian Open semifinal. And the stakes? They could not have been higher. This was way more than just another match. It was a complete marathon, a real test of pure will and endurance. 4 hours and 9 minutes. Just let that sink in for a second. 4 hours. For the entire time, these two guys were pushing their bodies, their minds to the absolute breaking point. It was just an epic, high-intensity fight from the very first serve all the way to the final point. And after all of that, after 5 brutal, punishing sets, it was the older guy, the 38-year-old, who came out on top. I mean, it's just an incredible thing to pull off. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How in the world does someone do that? How do you not only keep playing at that age, but actually beat the best in the world in a sport that is just so physically demanding? I mean, really? What's the secret? Well, believe it or not, the answer can be summed up in just one single, really powerful word. And this word, it's the key to understanding this kind of greatness. It's our word for today, longevity. Okay, so what is longevity? If you look it up in a dictionary, it's a noun, and it means long life or existence, or a great duration of something. And here's the key part, especially when compared to others. That last bit is so important. It's all about that comparison. Right, so longevity isn't simply about being old. It's about being great for a really long time. It's about lasting, it's about enduring, and it's about performing at that super high level, year in and year out, long after most people have hung it up. So, how does this idea actually play out in the real world? Well, let's go back to Djokovic, because his career is the perfect case study. The numbers that show his longevity, honestly, they're just mind-blowing. First up, his age, 38. With this win, he became the oldest player in the entire Open era to even reach the Australian Open men's final. Most players are well into retirement by then, but he's not just playing, he's out there making history. Okay, next, just think about how dominant he's been at this one tournament. He was fighting for his 11th title in Australia. 11. That's insane. Most players dream of winning just one Grand Slam in their whole career. He's going for number 11 at just this one event. And then let's zoom out to the big picture, 24. That's how many Grand Slam championships he already had coming into this match. It's a number that just screams long-term, incredible dominance. In this one win, it pushed him into his 38th Grand Slam final. I mean, really think about that. 38 times he has been one of the final 2 men standing at the biggest events in tennis. Now that is a powerful example of longevity. This table really helps put it all in perspective. You see the record 38 finals. You see he's been at the very top for more than 15 years. And then look at that last stat. He saved 16 out of 18 breakpoints against Sinner. That's not just skill, That's the kind of mental toughness you only build over a long, legendary career. But this amazing word isn't just for superstar athletes. Not at all. Longevity is a concept we can see and use in our lives all the time. So, let's step off the tennis court for a minute. So, I've got a question for you. Do you think you can only use this word when you're talking about sports? The answer is a big no way. It's such a useful word for describing basically anything that lasts and keeps its quality over a long time. For example, you could talk about the longevity of a classic car that's still running like a dream. Or how about the longevity of a company that's been around for over 100 years? It can get personal too, like the longevity of a really great friendship. Or it can be cultural, like the longevity of an artist's influence that still felt long, long after they're gone. So, pretty amazing how one single word can tell such an incredible story, right? But hey, this isn't the end of your learning journey. It's just getting started, because now it's your turn to be the expert. We've had a lot of fun with one powerful word today, but the English language is just packed with them. And your journey to really mastering them, one cool story at a time, can literally start right now.
And we've actually made it super easy for you. All you have to do is download our companion app. It's called TalkWord. Once you're in, you can pick any word you find interesting and create your very own explainer, just like this one, with a little help from our friendly hosts.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. Now that you've seen how it works, what story are you going to tell? What word will you be the first to explain?
I guess we don't give a shit about longevity, do we?
5% bump in longevity.